how I set myself up. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about how I set myself up when I'm doing my self-tape auditions. Now, there's a few things to consider when you're setting up a space, and I'm going to really briefly run through the process that I went through in selecting a space and then getting the equipment that I thought would be most valuable in order to make my life a little bit easier. So the first thing to consider is obviously what you're going to be recording your self-tapes on. I'm just using my phone. It's an iPhone 11. It has a perfectly good camera that I'm so happy with the quality. I know some people have gone out and purchased DSLR cameras or, have gone and upgraded their phone because the camera quality wasn't that great. But if you have a phone that has a pretty half decent camera that you can be seen very clearly, generally I would say that you're pretty right to go. The second thing to consider would be lighting. The space that you are going to be recording your self-tapes in, does it have good natural light? Mine doesn't. So I therefore made the decision to purchase some extra lights. I actually have two softbox lights set up at the moment. That's what's currently lighting up my space now. I feel like it's worth getting some lighting sorted out anyway, just because if you're like me, I have to do a lot of my recording and self-tapes at night while the kids are asleep. And so there's obviously just not going to be any natural light anyway. I feel like these were a really great investment. I can adjust the lighting, putting them a bit further away, a bit closer, facing them away. The ring light lights are usually pretty good as well, but I just felt like I needed the extra bit of light in this room. So I'll talk a little bit more about ring lights later, but my two softbox lights I'm definitely happy with. I got them on Amazon. I think I paid about $130 for both of them. They were a really good investment in my opinion. The third thing to consider would be your background. I have spoken about this with a couple of casting directors, my casting agent. Everyone that I have spoken to is said that a plain colored background is the best way to go. I am using the blue background because I feel like it is most complementary, but it also catches the eye of a casting director. This also has a green backside to it. The green can be a little bit jarring, so I tend to use the blue side more. This backdrop is 5 foot by 7 foot and it set me back $48. I have another one that has one side that is white and one side that is black. That background set me back $57. I had a bit of a play around with what I looked like up against all of the different colors. The white one, I felt like it washed me out a little bit. The blue one I'm super happy with. The green one was a bit jarring. The black, because I have dark hair, my hair kind of blends into the background and I didn't really want that to happen either. I feel like I stand out on the blue background and it complements my skin tone and all that sort of stuff the best. And I also got the okay from a casting director that it was the color that she likes. So we're on the right track. The fourth thing to consider would be sound. Again, I have confirmed with casting director and other industry professionals that as long as the sound quality on your phone is good enough that you don't sound like fuzzy or echoey, that they are more than happy just to have you recorded straight off of your phone. It also helps if the environment that you're recording in isn't echoey, that there's no background noises, there's nothing distracting happening, because that obviously just wouldn't be very nice to watch from a casting director's point of view and can be off-putting. I know a few people that have bought external microphones that plug into their phone, like the directional ones that can really, you can point to where you need them to and can pick up sound quite accurately. But again, I'm pretty happy with the quality of my phone microphone. So the camera and the sound, I just go directly off of my phone and it's the easiest. And finally, the other thing that I think is worth mentioning is to have something to set your phone on in order to make it easier for you to adjust the height and angle of your phone while you're recording. I have my phone currently set inside my ring light, and the ring light I've attached to my tripod. So it is really easy for me to adjust the height, to adjust the angle, as opposed to what I used to do, which was just towering boxes on top of each other and sitting my phone on top of it and pressing record. There's lots of stuff available at the moment that makes life much easier while doing self-tapes. So definitely do a bit of research and have a look into what's available at the moment, because I haven't really looked into much recently. This is the view of my setup from behind the camera. As you can see, I've got my backdrop there just sitting on the chair. I then have my 2 softbox lights there. They are really easy to set up and pack down. They fit into really small, nicely sized bags, which I just then tuck into that corner when I'm not using them. And the backdrops are actually collapsible as well, which is super, super convenient. There's my ring light there on my tripod. This is literally all I have set up to do pretty much all of my self-tapes on. So there it is, guys. All up, I spent close to about $400 setting up my at-home studio. That's with the 2 softbox lights, the tripod, the ring light, and my 2 different backdrops. You could probably do this for a lot cheaper than what I did. You don't have to go to the extent that I went to. I just felt like I wanted these things and needed these things to be happy with the quality of self-tapes that I was producing. If you have any other tips or any other suggestions of what you do to make your self-tape stand out, please pop them in the comments below. I would love to read them. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.